With NBA Summer League in the books and the NBA offseason coming to a close, I thought it would be a good idea to look down the road and go through 7 different lineups that Tom Thibodeau could use this season as he has a new-look roster at his hands. Before we do that, though, got a little bit of a bone to pick with all of the real ones out there. We've been crushing it here at Knicks Now by Chat Sports, and I want to say thank you for all the love out there. But our Boston Celtics Today channel, hosted by Allie Barefoot, she does an awesome job. They've picked up more likes this week on their videos than we have at Knicks Now. And if you know me, I'm one competitive SOB, and I hate the Boston Celtics. So if you love the Knicks, and you like free videos every day, and you hate the Celtics, hit that thumbs up icon for me and like the video so we can beat Boston Celtics today in likes this week. All right, if we're going to talk lineups for the New York Knicks, let's talk about the starting 5 first. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that Jalen Brunson is going to be your starting point guard. Mikal Bridges is going to be your starting shooting guard. You're going to have OG Anunoby at the wing with with Julius Randle at the 4 and Mitchell Robinson at the 5. Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Randle, and Robinson. That is going to be your starting 5 unless more moves are made to this roster. And I believe that this is a top 3 starting 5 in the NBA. This can contend with a team like the Boston Celtics. This can go toe-to-toe with a starting 5 like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think those are the best 3 starting 5s in the NBA. And on paper, when healthy, big talking point when you're talking about the Knicks, that lineup is very, very good and one of the best in the NBA. You got a little bit of everything. You got your scoring player. You got the head of the snake in Jalen Brunson. You got 2 elite wing defenders in Mikal Bridges as well as OG Anunoby. You got Julius Randle, an all-star, all-NBA player, a demon from the foul line down, and you got one of the best shot blockers and offensive rebounders in the NBA in Mitchell Robinson. On paper, that's a damn good lineup, and it's a top 3 starting 5 in the NBA. You look at the bench mob for the New York Knicks, and I think there's a little bit of an incomplete grade with this right now because we don't know what's going on with Precious Achiuwa, and I would love for the Knicks to bring him back to be your backup 5/backup power forward. But these are the 5 guys that I think are going to see minutes off the bench for the New York Knicks. I think Tyler Kolek is going to get a crack at it alongside Cam Payne. I would lean Kolek over Payne, but that's just me. You got Deuce McBride coming off the bench as well with Donte DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Jericho Sims. And to be quite honest with you, I think there needs to be a little bit more talent on this bench unit. I think DiVincenzo and Josh Hart as your first 2 guys off the bench is awesome. I think Kolek's going to be someone that's going to be a contributor in this league early on. I like Miles McBride a lot as an off-ball guard, but I am worried about the backup center position that is currently being occupied by Jericho Sims. Sims has started 32 games in his career, 4.8 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, just under a block per night in those starts. I just question if he is someone that can be a consistent piece of a rotation for a team that's trying to win an NBA title, especially when your starting center in Mitchell Robinson has played in just more than 50 games one time in the last 4 seasons. I think Sims has some good things about his game. He's athletic. He sets good screens. He can rebound the ball. He's a solid shot blocker. But I think the Knicks can do better at the backup center position, and I expect them to make more moves as the offseason continues to unwind. You knew we were going to talk about a Nova Knicks lineup in today's show, and I can't wait to see this lineup play together. Jalen Brunson, Donte DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Big Mitchell Robinson at the center position. Look, I'm probably just as excited, which is a little bit weird and not probably normal, as excited as Brunson, Bridges, Hart, and DiVincenzo for the Nova Knicks. I'm pumped up, man. It's been a long time coming where I can't remember the last time I went to a Knicks season this excited to where it's like, yo, we're going to be good. Like, last year I was like, we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good. And we signed Brunson. I was like, you know what? We're going to be good. But, like, we're going to be damn good. And if all goes right, the Knicks could be competing in the NBA championship, in the NBA finals for the first time since that lockout season. A lineup I want to see Tom Thibodeau use, though, is the death lineup. The New York Knicks version of the death lineup. Yes, this would mean that Tom Thibodeau would have to play small. And I don't know if he'll ever do that. But man, oh man, would a closing lineup of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Randle, and Anunoby all on the floor, that'd be one of the best lineups in the league. And this gives me vibes of that Golden State Warriors death lineup that featured Curry, Thompson, Durant, Iguodala. That team was damn good. And I think that this team, if you run with this lineup, you're going to be damn good as well. Tibbs has to use this lineup. Like, if you're not going to make another move for a center, which I think they will, maybe Achua, maybe something else, even if you bring back Achua, there needs to be stretches this season where you rely on that five of Brunson, Hart, Bridges, OG, and Mitchell Robinson. Maybe you sub out Hart and you add DiVincenzo for some more shooting. I elected to go with Hart so you have more size, defensive versatility, and someone that crash the glass as well. But man, oh man, from the Nova Knicks to the death lineup, Tom Thibodeau has some serious firepower that he could use in different lineups. We're going to talk about more lineups around the corner, but I need you to get hooked up with the best ticketing app in the game. That is Game Time. Download the Game Time app and use the promo code ChatSports, this promo code, and get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. If you're looking for the best seats for the lowest prices guaranteed, you got to be hooked up with our proud sponsor, Game Time. You get the best seats for the lowest prices guaranteed. What I love about it is prices drop as the events get closer. So if you're a procrastinator like I am and you don't like to spend money until you absolutely have to, then you should get hooked up with Game Time. You get last-minute tickets and flash deals. You get views from the seat and also the lowest price guaranteed. Summertime's here. If you want to go catch a Yankees game, you want to go to a Mets game, you could do that. I bought my tickets to the Home Run Derby, which I went to last week, through Game Time. They were able to make that happen for me last second. Football Giants season is right around the corner, or you can just go catch a Yankees game as well. Do it all with our proud sponsor, Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the promo code ChatSports for $20 off. That's CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Use the promo code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase, where terms do apply. I thought this would be a fun lineup to discuss, and I'm calling it the you're not scoring on this lineup, because you're not. If you roll out a lineup of Miles McBride, as well as Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson, you're going to have one of the better defensive teams in the NBA. And if the Knicks are trying to get stops, trying to claw their way back into a game, they have a lead, and they're trying to ice it by playing defense, good luck. Deuce, Mikal, OG, and Mitchell Robinson, good luck. The Knicks could deploy a 2000 Ravens defensive lineup right there. The versatility, Deuce can guard 1 through 3. Bridges can guard 1 through 4. OG can guard 1 through 5. And Mitch, protect the rim, block shots, and dominate the offensive glass and the glass in general, as you always do. Most important lineup we're talking about on today's show, though, is it might not actually be this one. It's going to be the lineup that the New York Knicks use when Jalen Brunson is out of the game. The non-Jalen Brunson minutes. And you know what, it probably sounds crazier than it actually is. I think the exact number was 20-something. The Knicks were 20 points worse with Brunson off the floor compared to on the floor. And that makes a lot of sense, right? He's your best player, he's your point guard, he runs the offense, he sets the table, he gets you the best looks, he gets you into your sets. So I get it. But the Knicks have to be able to survive at a better clip, at a better rate than they have the last 2 seasons when Jalen Brunson decides to sit down. And if it takes for you to roll out your entire starting lineup, besides Brunson and subbing in DiVincenzo, you do that. I understand that there was no point guard listed on there, but I think if you roll DiVincenzo with Randle and Bridges, you have enough guys that can control the ball and get you into sets consistently. The Knicks have to be better when Jalen Brunson is out of the game. Finding a way to do that, how about you put your best players on the floor when Brunson is out? I think Randle, Chenzo, Bridges, Hart, OG, get all the starters in there outside of Jalen Brunson. A lineup I'm not so sure Tom Thibodeau is going to use, but one that I would love to see happen is, I'm calling it the let's get weird lineup. And this is one where it is Tyler Kolek, you drive, Tyler Kolek, you kick. Tyler Kolek, you come off the screen, Tyler Kolek, you throw it up for Mitchell Robinson. Put talent around the kid that sets the table and let them feast. You want to find DiVincenzo coming off a screen for a pin down three? Kolek will hit him in his pocket. Mikal Bridges is posting up in the corner. Kolek will drive and kick and get it to him ready to shoot. You want to run a high pick and roll with your 1 and 5 and Robinson? Kolek will put it on the square. Robinson will throw it down. You want to isolate with Julius Randle? You got 3 shooters around him. You want to play a 2-man game with Kolek and Randle? It can work. I know there's been a lot of talk about why did the Knicks go out and sign campaign? Fair question. What I would say is Tyler Kolek is ready for the NBA. There is no reason that Kolek should be watching campaign play basketball. Like, everything we talked about that the Knicks needed in a backup point guard is Tyler Kolek, a guy that can run your offense, a guy that can create offense, a guy that can set the table when Jalen Brunson sits down. And Kolek can do that. And if you surround him with shooters like Devo and Bridges and a scorer like Randle, he could be very, very, very successful for this ball club. 51.5 wins for the New York Knicks this season. That's my question to all of the real ones out there, as we've already gone through 7 lineups in today's show. Type O for over, type U for over. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going over. Absolutely going over. Knicks won 50 games last year, and Julius Randle did not play in February, March, and April. Mitchell Robinson missed a good chunk of the season. There were injuries to Bojan Bogdanovic. The Knicks made trades. I got over. I think it's closer to 55 wins, and as I try to take off my biased hat, I think it's actually closer to 60 wins. This team is going to be special. It's going to depend on health, and that's every team in the NBA. If they're healthy and they're on the floor, there's not many teams in this league that are better than they are. And I can't wait to see the different lineups that Tom Thibodeau deploys to help this team win some ball games. Make sure you are following me over on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG at @MarshallGreen_. If you want to talk more Knicks hoops, hit me up over there. And let's go Knicks.